Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Precious Life Coach. I'm Dr. Bella Conte. Today, we're going to talk about life in China. I'm going to have my friend with me here today, but she's camera shy. She doesn't want to be in front of the camera. I'm also shy in front of the camera, but I'm just trying. But you're going to listen to her nice and sexy voice. She's also pretty. So you will hear her voice. She's going to tell us her experience here in China. Everybody has his or her own experience. So we're just going to get from her own side.
Hi guys, my name is Refilwe. I come from South Africa. I'm so glad to be invited to this podcast. It's a pleasure to be on here today.
Wow, I'm so happy to have you here today, sweetie. Talking about living in China, life in China. I just
hmm
want to know what's your motive, what brings you to this country, sweetie.
Okay, so I came to China in 2017 as
Hmm.
an English teacher,
Okay.
mainly because as I was back home in South Africa, I was teaching English online to Chinese
Hmm.
and um, Taiwanese students, right? So I found it very interesting. I wanted to know more about it, and I
Mm-hmm.
decided why not come here and experience it live in
Oh,
action.
yeah.
And yeah, that's why I'm here. I've been teaching since 2017. And yeah,
Wow, that's great. Like you even talking to some Chinese before coming to China, at least you have a little bit of knowledge of where you're coming to because I don't know.
that's a bit. I don't really think they give you much perspective because people who learn English online on online platforms,
Mm,
they're very different from what you get here.
that's true.
So once you're here and you get to experience real life in China, it's not totally the same.
That's true. I agree. All right, okay. Now, when you came to China, first of all, what do you experience about like cultural shock, like being from your country and come
Oh,
inside? So how does it look like when you enter first?
right. So there are many culture shocks. First thing is first, the
Hmm,
smell. I will never ever forget that
don't.
first time I dropped in China, in Beijing. I will never forget how that pungent smell hit me.
Hmm.
It was very different. I don't know about you, but
Hmm.
for me, it was, yeah, that was something I'll never forget.
That's true. When you're in China, you've lived in China, even if you just come for a short period, it's different. It's really different. What you're used to back home. Like the smell, I
Compared
don't
to
even know. I
what
don't
you
even know how to
get,
explain it. Honestly, I just don't know how to explain it. But if you've been closer to Chinese, you know exactly what we're talking about. It's not the
right?
same. It's different. It's different, and also like some cultural differences. Like they are different. They are way different. They are special in their own ways. I always say they're special in their own ways, and we're also special in our own ways because different cultures we can. But like you being in this country, what you think about first and what is here is different.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me also, back home it's kind of disrespectful when you
Mm.
spit on the ground. We look at you very
Mm.
different. And here you hear the
Mm.
grannies pull the spit out of their
Mm.
chest
Mm.
and they'll literally spit everywhere.
That's true.
That's another thing. Also, uh, being cooked up on a cold day, being cooked up in a taxi with closed windows, and then the Chinese driver just farts and everything should be okay. So
It's like so.
that and peeing on the streets is actually quite normal here. It's not illegal, but where I
Mm.
come from, that's illegal. So I must say I've seen a fair share of things I didn't want to see in the streets.
Okay. How is your Chinese, if I may ask?
My Chinese is yi dian dian, and that means my
Mm.
Chinese is not that great, but I can speak enough to get around.
That's how I say I can save myself here in China. I
Exactly,
won't get lost here because I go
absolutely.
anywhere. I know how to get from my place and how to get around. It's not like I can't go into deep conversation with the Chinese, but I can save myself.
Yeah, so I think
Hmm.
that's more than enough to help you.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Like when this is just like a continuation of the topic. Like, how do you do when you go to the market? Like the comfortable with the local, there
Mm.
are the posh Chinese and there are the local ones there in the market. So how do you find them, communicate with them? Is it
I
like easy?
I mean, being here, it's easy for me because
You came in China for work, right? So what can you talk about the work ethics and then the cultural and
oh
then
my
like the hours?
God.
So how is it here?
Well, I can't stop talking about that, unfortunately,
Mm,
because it's what I do all
mm-hmm.
day, and that's the reason I'm here. Work culture in China is very different from, my reference can only be back home because
Yeah.
that's the only other place I've worked
Mm,
besides here.
mm.
Um, Yikes, where should we start?
Just give us the tips. We just want to know
Well,
your experience. Yeah, because everybody has his own
different
experience.
experiences,
Yeah.
right? Um, the workplace in China, it's a very tricky one.
Mm,
I won't lie, the kids are amazing. I
yeah.
feel good with the kids, and
Mm,
they are easy to work with. They love you easily. You fall in love with them as well.
mm-hmm.
But the other teachers aspect, as you know, our salaries are not the same.
Mm,
So coming into that, Chinese teachers, I think they can get a little bit, you know,
yeah.
uh,
I understand.
worried about how they get little money, and we as foreigners, we get a little bit more, but
Mm,
our workload is not the same.
yeah.
So the work experience here is a bit difficult because when with them, they know how much we get paid. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? Whereas in other countries, that's a big secret. We
yeah.
don't talk about our salaries because
Mm,
that causes jealousy in the workplace. That causes
mm.
a lot of animosity.
That's true.
But not to say that Chinese people are not the best of colleagues, but in a situation like that, I think anyone could feel. I mean, if I know we're doing the same job, but you're getting paid more than me, I would feel a bit offended, to say the least.
Yeah, if I may add something in it, it's like for us back home,
Mm.
we not pay the same way as foreigners. They pay
Absolutely.
way more than they pay us when we're back home. They're
True.
expert. The
Exactly.
thing is, I will say, is the understanding. I leave my family there.
Mm.
I came here. I'm working here. I'm totally alone here. You can't
Right.
pay me for that. But like I'm being paid because of I'm an expert.
And you're bringing your
And I'm
foreign
ex
expertise to a different
here.
country.
So that's the same
Right.
everywhere. So the only reason why we're finding it difficult here is because they don't have the understanding
Of
like
that.
of that. They
Because
don't know that that's how it happened because most of them haven't traveled out of the country yet.
mm.
And
And anything can
there are
happen
some
to
things
us.
again that anyway they just know what is happening within China. So that's also another reason why
Yeah.
they kind of jealous or something like that. And honestly, they're working one more than us.
Hmm.
They have a lot of fun they're doing.
Yeah,
They
but
are.
also with us,
Mm.
anything can happen to us here, and we don't have
That's
family. My mom
true.
is not here. She can't get a
Say that
taxi and
again.
come fetch
That's
me,
say that again.
you know?
So that's all like it's in the same bundle. So let
Right.
them
So
just, it's like
yeah.
they need to be educated. I know the reason why foreigners are being paid more than especially expertise.
Right. Right.
Yeah, why they're being paid more than them.
Yeah, but I kind of get the sense that it's only mostly among teachers, because we work so closely together and they
Mm,
see the kind of workload we put in. I
that's
don't think
true.
it's within every
Every,
work spectrum in China.
that's true. Yeah, I agree. I
But
totally
yeah.
agree. You know, have you had the
Uh-huh.
chance to travel along like different cities? Tell me about China. People want to know
Mm.
how China is. Can we
Oh,
please come?
I can
Let's just give them
imagine.
the taste of how China is, how beautiful China is. Can you please tell us about that?
Oh,
Have you, and
yes.
first of all, tell us how many cities you've visited in China.
Ooh, do we have the whole day?
No, we don't. So just just let us
Because
know.
it's been a lot, guys. Like I
Mm.
said, I've been here since 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't only work in one city.
Okay.
I like to explore.
Mm.
So I believe that's why I left my own country to come here.
Mm.
So my first year I
Mm-hmm.
spent in Changchun, which was mad cold,
Wow.
very, very cold.
Yeah.
And I'd never seen snow before. So I was just excited. I was like, this is
Wow.
good. Changchun is beautiful. And I find that when you come to China, guys, there's so many things to see.
Mm.
There's so much to experience. Back home is like we're not open to the world of online things. But in China,
Mm.
everything is so easy
That's
to
true.
access.
That's
Everything is
true.
so easy, guys. I can get a cab at the tip of my finger. I can get food at the tip of clothes.
Mm.
So I was so shocked coming to China. I think that kind of made me a bit lazy too,
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So because
I
I can
agree.
get everything at home. Meaning I don't have to go to the store. I can just get whatever I need on Taobao.
Mm-hmm.
So that was very exciting. And there's Didi
Mm.
in China, which maybe back home you guys will call Uber.
Oop. Yeah.
But Didi is much easier to get because
Yeah.
it's everywhere. You can call a
You can.
taxi or a Didi. And the trains. Guys, I was shocked. I've never seen a train that's clean.
Clean. Say that
Besides the
again.
Gao train.
Oh.
I've never seen a nice, clean train that's easy to use.
That's true. And
The
you can
buses
get.
as well, they're not that bad. They're not broken down.
They're
They're
not.
neat. The
They're not.
streets are clean.
That's true.
So yeah, I spent my first year in Changchun, and that was my experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went on to live in Wuxi,
Mm-hmm.
which is also another city in Jilin province, very close to Shanghai. And
Mm.
yeah, most of the cities are very beautiful. So I've been to quite a number of cities. And I feel like, but the feel of the cities is the same. Because if you've realized, in most cities,
Mm.
the names of the streets are the same. Most
Yeah.
of the places look the same. It's just different sites that may give you something different.
Yeah, the
Like
sightseeing.
when you go to Guangzhou, it's hotter than in Dalian or Changchun. So yeah, I think I've had a good experience of quite a couple of cities.
China is beautiful.
It is.
As you can tell, you felt China is really beautiful. When you come here, like when you're back home, like for me, my own experience, because I came here first, I came here to study. So when my dad decided you're going to China,
Mm-hmm.
I was mad.
Why?
I was like, where am I going? When I came here, I cried. Like the kind of mentality that we have home about Chinese. Like when I came, first I came to my uni. So I was in university, yeah. And then I said, I have my own room. I have my own bathroom, which I'm so proud. My bathroom. I'm not playing with that thing. I'm not. So I'm like, I see China. I'm like, this country is beautiful. Just like in the campus. I've not even gone outside.
Oh wow.
Yeah, China is beautiful. It's really beautiful. And their buildings, their apartments. That time I was just in school.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I move out, I'm like, these people are really spending money on themselves.
Absolutely.
They are.
I definitely agree with that because you look at the roads.
Oh, say that again.
They always maintain.
They always maintain the roads. Like everywhere you pass, you won't even like bumps and that. No. Yeah. And they really put in their all like the public transportation. Back home, yeah. If the way you live here in China, when I was a student, not now, when I'm working is different. When I was living, it was like when you're a student, where I'm looking here, I'm living here in China. It's like the rich man living back home. Because I can't afford that as a student.
That's another thing.
That's another kind, like the food. Like that's another topic we have to talk about. Let me just include it here. Okay, yes, my dear. Now I want to ask, what challenges do you face here in China as a foreigner?
Oh, there's a lot of challenges. Life is life. And I feel like anywhere you go, you're going to face challenges, right? But can I just say one thing?
Please do.
A very big challenge in China, guys. And something I think people really don't take seriously. They just say it in passing. I feel like finding love in China is the pits.
Wow.
Finding love in China and actually, because listen, we're not stagnant, we're growing every day. You want to build a life. You want to make sure that when you go back home, if you ever decide to go back home, you have something, but you can attest on this one. Finding love in China and actually having a stable relationship, I think that is a challenge for a lot of females.
That's true.
Not knowing about the men, because I mean, they're the ones that bring the challenge.
Yeah,
obviously, in my
that's
perspective.
true. That's true. Okay, now talking about love relationship, and now let's talk. How does it look like? Let me just bring that. Oh, let's talk a little bit about men, like foreign men here in China.
Oh, girl,
How?
girl.
Just give me. Let me see. Let me.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
do you wanna start this topic
Please, let's do.
so I can follow
We
it? I
we
can
also
follow
got.
up
We're
on it.
also following up next time, but like just let's just get a little bit of it.
Okay. Well, there's all kinds of men in China.
Mm.
There's African men, Brazilian men, Chinese men. So the dating pool is quite big when it comes to people,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not sure if it's clean, you know? Like there's sharks there too. So do you want
Mm.
to get in?
That's true.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a big range of people here, but I don't really think they are here for that reason. People come to China to work, study, and for
Definition good.
trips. That's all,
That's true.
you know? So I don't know. Like I don't feel like it's very feasible unless you're very lucky. Not to say that it's not real and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people who have it better in that sense, but you have to be very careful in China.
Like talking about this topic, like I I've known about a lot of people who really got true love and get married, but it's
Mm.
like 0.0 what? Should I say 0.5
Yep, I
or
agree
1?
with you. Absolutely.
Or let me say, okay, maybe let me give them 2% of it. Or
Mm-hmm.
like for us, like for Sierra Leoneans,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know every Sierra Leonean here in China. But like when I was a student, we were in the group where we know each other, like we communicate, we know.
Right.
Out of all the people that were dating here, how many I can literally count the people that they really start their relationship here and then they get married.
Mm.
Some are different though, but like for me, you know me, girl. I said I'm not even
Uh-huh.
trying
Exactly.
because guys here they have different intentions.
They are
Some are
here
just
for business
playing.
and
Some are there here
studying.
for different. So like for me, I stay out of it. Like I just say, you know what? My last relationship, I'm like, okay, until I go back home, then I can try. But I'm not trying here. I'm
Uh-huh.
not
Do you
trying.
feel like there's really, really no hope though? Like you can't meet someone?
Like I'm not the kind of person who wants to just try and it's not like the next person I'm gonna date is gonna be the right one. I
True.
definitely have to try. But like being here in China, seeing the way hearts break, sweetie,
Mm.
seeing that kind of thing,
It's no
seeing people
child's play.
crying, seeing people going in and out, I'm just scared. I love me.
I get that.
So I'm like protecting myself. Like I
Mm.
have one of my friends that says, even if you protect yourself like that, they're gonna hurt you one day.
True. I mean, hurt is inevitable, but then you
But like
also don't want to be playing with yourself
if you know that that's the thing,
on
like
purpose.
I know already what's going on here. I just would want to be part of it.
I get you.
Welcome back. Please don't forget to like the video and also give your comments. If it's not only life in China, if you're a foreigner living in different country where you're not born, we also want to know your own experiences. Please comment and also subscribe. New viewers, we need your subscription, please. And our favorite, our regular viewers, I love you so much. Continue to follow this channel and don't forget to like and comment. It's okay. Now I want to ask you, what do you think are some of the common misconceptions that foreigners have about China, about Chinese?
I think that there's a lot of misconceptions. Things like, back home when you're still young growing up, watching Chan, that's what we call him, Jackie Chan,
Mm,
that's
Jackie
usually
Chan.
Jackie Chan,
Mm,
and Chan Li. So we all think that everyone in China is either a boxer
mm,
and they can fight, or they're always in these black and white suits and
that's
they always
true.
have black glasses on. But no, really, there's normal people like what we have back home too. There's grandmas that will like you, that will smile at you when you're walking down the
Mm,
street, and like, wow, that just made my day. They're very nice people, and I feel like there are also a lot of tall people. A friend of mine was actually telling me how we actually
Yeah.
they're actually tall people.
Mm.
Some even play basketball.
If
So yeah, I think that we look at Chinese people in a certain light,
mm,
but it's not everything that us.
that's
They
true.
eat everything.
Talking about tall people,
Oh,
I went to a fire station 2 days ago.
okay.
Sweetie, I was like, what? I saw men, real men. I'm like, these guys are cute. They're tall.
Wait, these
They,
are Chinese?
these are Chinese. I also asked myself, like,
I'm shocked that you're saying this.
the
Actually.
same thing. I took photos. I'll share with you. I,
Girl,
I'm like,
this
like
is
that was the way I was. I'm like,
wow.
oh,
Okay.
firefighters. They look good. They're tall.
Uh-huh.
They're strong.
Oh,
I'm
I've
telling
never
you.
heard you speak like this about a Chinese.
I want that.
So
That's
guys, now
different.
you know Chinese guys
So
look good.
there are some Chinese that are very good looking. Though they're not my taste, but I was really woman.
But
Oh, because
look,
I'm alive.
there's this thing with Chinese guys I've
Mm,
noticed. I don't know if you have.
mm,
I've mostly seen it especially close to Shanghai, in
mm.
the Jilin side of China, where men put on makeup.
Yes, that's true.
You know,
Mm.
Chinese men put on
They
makeup. That's something
do.
that shocked me.
They do.
Like they microblade.
They do. Especially those ones that are with the like modeling and wants to look
Uh-huh.
good, like wants to be fancy. They do.
Isn't that for me that was kind
They're like no, they Chinese people like to copy the Americans. So when they see movies, before they come out, they have to make their face, they have to do this makeup.
of.
So for them,
But
they do
yeah, it
it.
was
So
a
like
bit weird for me to see a man fully dressed in normal male
men,
clothes,
mm,
act like a man, but then got a full face of makeup. So I was kind of like, the contrast. But I think in the world we live in today,
like so they just want to look beautiful. They just want to look. They don't want pimple in the face, so they want to cover up. They also want to look pretty.
can you be with a guy like that?
Hell no. I
I
should
think
be the pretty one.
right. So that's
You
the thing.
admire me. I don't have to be like you. No, you don't have to be beautiful.
Like you're taking longer to get ready than me.
Yeah, no, 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 boy. You just look good, look it, but like don't look pretty. I should
Yeah.
look pretty. The
So
pretty should
yeah,
be in me, not you.
I guess some Chinese guys like.
Yeah, that's true. To ask you this question, I don't know if it's okay for you. Do you plan to stay in China for a long time or you're planning to move elsewhere?
I've been in China for so long.
Mm,
I feel safe, first of all, in China. I
mm,
enjoy the safety aspect. And like I said, things are so easy to get here.
mm.
So, navigation is very easy, but I definitely do want to go back to my home country and obviously start something there for myself. I can't stay in China forever. And,
Mm.
I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of things back home, missing out on birthdays, missing out on people growing, people, becoming families, people getting married. And I don't feel like I can do that for a long time. So I definitely plan on going back home
I feel you.
and starting my own thing, you
That's
know?
true. That's true though. After staying for so a long time in a country where you're not planning to like relocate, like, okay, I want to live my life here now. I want to make a family here, to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially for us women, we have the tendency of like, okay, if you want to get married, I want to
Mm,
get married. If you want to give kids, you have to consider all those aspects in it.
right.
So, and then if China is not comfortable and okay for you to stay here, it's better for us
And
to
like we
find plan
said, it's
B.
not the most ideal place for dating.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also the guilt, man, I kind of feel bad. I don't know about you, but I do kind of feel bad about like being away from home and
Mm,
missing moments with
that's
people,
true. That's
I
true.
I feel like that's a lot of women,
Mm.
that's something they face, because you talk to the guys and the guys are like, nah, I'm just here to
Nah, I'm
make
okay. I'm
money.
fine. Yeah, it's like
Right.
I'm here for the money. That's
Uh,
true. Like we miss out a lot. Miss out a lot. Like
right.
I can say I lost so many friends saying that because
Mm.
keeping the distance thing doesn't only affect like romantic relationships,
Mm-hmm.
also some paternity relationships like friends, like keeping up the time difference,
Yeah, that's
like
true. And when you go back
you
home, everything just feels
everything just
so
feels so
different.
weird and so
And it's like people have just
different.
moved on. Like
That's
nobody's
true. Like,
waiting for
nobody
you.
is waiting for you.
Right.
You go to place like, so this place is like this now. So where should I go?
Mm,
I went back to my country. It's like I'm a stranger in my own country. I
that's
don't even
true.
know places. I don't even know where can I go. Like it looks like where
Yeah,
can I?
because
I
everything and
have to
everyone is
ask.
growing,
Everybody's going.
And
Where is
like
this
people
person
that you think,
living?
oh, I'll still find this person, I'll still be able to meet them. No, ma'am, these people have different responsibilities
They
now.
do. That's
People have
true.
families now, and it's like, oh,
Hmm.
you know,
I
yeah, I
get
don't want to
you.
say much, but
I feel you. I
mm.
know. I think I'm also there. We also think alike. I'll be gone soon.
Yeah, so I'll
Hey,
probably give China another 2 or 3 years, three
okay,
maximum.
I got you. I'll be gone by then. See? What advice would you like to give someone who wants to travel to China? And not only try
Oh.
to China, who wants to live and then because like experience it, like this is China, but it's also a foreign country. This is not where you were born. Your family
Mhm.
are not here. So what advice would you like to give to people who are planning to move away from the country?
Okay. Wow, that is actually, you know what? I feel
Mm.
like for me, I don't really plan things a lot,
Mm.
right? I feel like my life just happens to me, because
Oh,
anytime I make plans, they never go according to what I'm planning or hoping for.
that's one.
But I feel like God, I don't know what you believe in, if
Mm.
you believe in a God
Mm.
or if you believe in God.
Mm.
Um, I feel like He always steps in for me wherever I am in life,
Mm.
and I wing it a lot. So if you want to come to China, I just feel like have an open mind, have an open mind, and uh, be open to a lot of surprises, and yeah, uh, carry a lot of food from home.
Really?
Yes,
I'm
because there's not much of that here.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Or maybe you don't know where to get it.
No, there are places where you can get it, but it's more expensive.
Yeah,
But
that's
you
true.
know,
Yeah, that's true. That's
so
true.
on your first trip here, you're gonna miss it. So carry a
Yeah.
lot of
Well,
that.
there are also nice food here that you can eat, which you could forget about.
True, but then if my memory serves me,
Hmm.
it took me a long time to get used to a lot of the food here, because I think my palate back then
Hmm.
was not what I have now. It's not like
Okay.
all I knew was sushi, and I thought that's all I'm gonna eat in China. But there's so
Oh,
many different things. There's hot
yeah.
pot. You
My
know,
favorite.
there's a lot. There's frogs too, guys. I've tried frogs.
I've not, yeah. I don't know because here you might eat something you don't even know what you're
Meow
eating.
meow. So yeah, carry a lot of food from home, be open minded, and just yeah, I think being open minded is the best thing you can do for yourself, because I never thought in my life when I got to China, I used to talk to people like, hey, how long have you been here? And they'll be like 10 years. I'll be like, what? And now I'm like, okay, I'm 6 years in. Like, I get it.
For me, I would say, ladies, bring your man. Just bring your
I
man
love
along
that. I
that.
love that. Bring your
Because please
man.
bring your man when you come in here. Because yeah, it's crazy.
It is.
It is
It is
crazy.
absolutely crazy.
So
That's the best advice. Ladies, bring your
ladies,
man.
please, but please do. Don't leave them behind. Because you're gonna lose them. That relationship, distance relationship, we're gonna also talk about that. Ooh,
Oh
that one's
yeah.
chaos. Okay, thank you very much for having you here. Though you don't see her here, but I told you guys that she has a sweet voice and she looks pretty. I'm so happy to have you here. I don't know what's your final word you're gonna give us, or what's your final sentence you're gonna give us, please.
Oh my goodness, Bella, you're making me so shy. Thank you so much for having me. It was an absolute pleasure chatting to you. I guess my final departing words will be that I was speaking to someone that's very important to me this morning,
Mm,
and I was like, "So hey, how do you cope in life?"
mm,
And they said to me that I'm not waiting for anyone to come and save me, because if you
mm,
expect things from people, you're only going to
mm.
hurt yourself,
That's true.
and you're gonna hurt yourself with your expectations, whereas people are only human as much as you are.
That's great.
So don't wait for someone to save you. Get your own life, and yeah.
That's a deep one. That's a great one. Did you hear that? Don't wait for anyone to save you. Do you? Just pick up yourself and do you. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've subscribed and you've liked our video. Please come back because next week we're gonna be here again. She'll be here also. She's also here to stay. Well, you won't see her, but
In
you'll
the
be hearing her voice,
background.
the sweet voice. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for watching. I love you guys all.
Bye.
Bye.